This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain adult language, violence, and sexual themes, as well as shocking revelations. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I are playing the Delta Green role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is Impermanence. It was written by Max Meltzer, who is also our game handler, and this is episode 2. Our recap will be given by Nathan Decker as his character, Agent Quixote. So, without any further delays, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Nathan?
This has not been my night. First, I have to call out of work because Q-Cell got activated by Agent Centipede, this very jumpy handler with a bunch of odd habits, but that's handlers. Well, he told us that an Agent Silence had killed S-Cell, gone rogue during some drug bust 3 weeks ago. Gave us some EEG readings and said his brain's compromised, some sort of verbal component. Gave us 3 darts to hit him with, but no dart gun. Just said hit him with these darts and then watch him and report back. Wouldn't tell us what's in the darts, so I guess pretty much a standard Delta Green operation as far as I've seen. Well, from there, Quicksilver, Quince, and Quail all went to the green box to see if they could find some useful supplies. While they were out there in front of the fish emporium of some kind, they noticed an unmarked and unlicensed silver van parked out front. Quicksilver talked with a couple of the people inside. They seemed federal types, maybe, and then a couple more came down with a coffin-sized cooler of some kind and then peeled out of there. Well, it looks like they were in the green box, which was full of signs of torture, weapons, a gadget, stupid enough to kill you. So they didn't take that. They took something else. And we don't know if that's related at all to what we're doing. While they were doing that, Quilt and I staked out Silence's apartment to basically no success. Luckily, Quince got us into the building and talked us past his nosy neighbor, who had heard Silence shouting a week ago, words that were likely his cellmates. They're all S's. Silence was taking antipsychotics, emphasis on the was, and we found a picture of what looks like a young centipede and Agent Silence, but the message on the back is confusing as hell. Congrats on the promotion, C. I guess I have to salute you now? You saved my ass more times than I can count, and I owe you for that. Kun Wu. P.S. I just found out I have a kid on the way. Who is this sent to? Who's Kun Wu? No idea. Well, and of course, like any reasonable agent, Silence loaded a shotgun into a vent to protect his secrets. My stupid face had to get in the way. Now we've booked it out of there with a small case full of documents and no idea if we can trust our handler worth a damn. And the silver van's back. Seems like it's been trailing us. It's gonna be a long night.
Yes, thank you, Agent Quixote. And before we start, I have to make a minor correction. Um, I said EKG last session, but I meant EEG. Um, I guess there's a difference. EKG's for your heart, but this one is a brain
Hmm.
scan, so it's a EEG. Um,
Electroencephalogram.
yes, I probably should have figured that out because it's electrocardiogram for an EKG. Um, but yeah, we left you guys leaving Agent um, Josiah's house, and you saw the silver van peeling out. So what do you guys want to do now?
I
Do
mean,
we chase it or are we glad it's going away?
Uh, I mean, did you guys see them following you? How did they know we were here?
Well,
I'm I'm just suspecting. Could they be other DG agents?
It
Maybe.
was too much to be just coincidence.
I mean, we don't really know how legit Centipede is. What if we're working for the bad guy and they're working for Delta Green? Well, we don't know that we're working for the bad guy. Something's really screwed up here. But I'm afraid to contact that other group in case they're the bad guys and we're the good guys. You know what I mean?
Well, if we're going to follow them, we have to drive now. So, yay or nay? Anybody got a feeling?
Yeah, who's the
Yay.
best
Yay.
who's the best at following without getting detected?
Interesting question.
My drive
go.
is pretty good, but
Well,
Mine is
nobody
good
else
as
is
well.
driving my SUV. Thank you very much. But I am fairly stealthy.
it's an SUV.
We all fit inside.
Well, if
It's
they're
going to be a
peeling
drive
out,
roll.
yeah, if they're peeling out, we're not gonna be able to sneak behind them.
Yeah,
Right.
this is a chase.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, peeling out in Manhattan shouldn't get you more than 30 yards before you're at a red light or behind a bus. So if we can keep
Well,
eyes on them. But I don't
I
know if
mean,
we want
it's
to.
do we have a way to tap into the surveillance cameras and follow them along digitally as we
If you have sig int, then you could roll that to do that.
I've got 0.
Nope.
Nobody
Let's
with
say
no
we're a
computer
low-tech
people.
group. We have no
Yeah.
computer people.
Oh,
Damn it.
Yeah, we only got into his computer because we realized he was best buddies with our handler.
You could always call your handler and ask them to track it.
Yeah, and we could also call our handler and ask him why he didn't tell us that his name's Kunwo and he knows the Vic/perp/target/
Yeah.
Something occurred to me. Could he have a brother that just looks like him?
I didn't really want to say it, but I can't confirm at all that that was Centipede.
I mean, the alternative would be we could set a trap for these guys.
Well, okay, so you guys ran into this silver van before. What were they doing?
They were unloading a body-sized cooler into their van out of the green box, which may be the torture victim, except that looked like it was a long time ago. It could be our buddy Silence if they're in
Yeah.
cahoots.
Yeah, so we're Delta Green agents that are going after Delta Green agents with other Delta Green agents active. Like, it seems like this is a big mess. I think we have to at least force those guys to talk to us.
Yeah.
All right. So that conversation took long enough. I was driving, I guess, in their general direction and trying to keep an eye on them while we debated.
You were trying to follow them?
Yeah.
Do a drive roll.
Because I didn't, if we're having the debate, we're not going to
Yeah.
be able to answer the question one way if they've already been gone for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apologies to Keith. I don't know the drive chase rules in Delta Green, so I'm just going to do a pose drive roll.
Keith will be fine. It doesn't need to be opposed. I've got a 73/20, so.
Oh, and they got a 06.
Watch out for that telephone pole.
Yeah, they pretty quickly lose you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you find other agents? Never had to
you
do
call
this
your
before.
handler.
We're not supposed to.
Yeah.
I think they will come to us. We just need to make sure we are ready when they do.
Do we want to go to the docks where we think that the bus stop happened? Because basically, I feel my anticipation is that whatever we do in an attempt to get through this opera, they're going to be there too.
Well, that's why
I
I
don't
was thinking setting a trap. If we go someplace completely unrelated to what we're doing, if they suddenly show up, then they've got surveillance on us somehow.
Either
They'll
that or
wonder what
they're-
we're doing there.
I think we can assume they have surveillance on us already.
Yeah, but then, like I'm saying, they will wonder, why did they go there? They'll come to find out, and then we can grab them, set a trap.
I think we
I
choose a
don't know.
spot that is advantageous for us.
Also,
Maybe
we're
a parking garage where we can block them in, or
Old warehouse
Yeah.
somewhere.
something like that. Yeah.
We have
have-
documents to go through, right? Somebody snagged some stuff. Yeah, Coyote, are you good?
well, and then we come back to the next question. Should we report to Centipede and act as though we're not suspicious and didn't find a picture of him buddying up with Silence? We just tell him
Yeah.
he's not been home
Oh.
for, what is it, a week? He was in the process of eviction. And we see what Centipede suggests, and maybe that'll tell us whether or not he's trying to get us killed.
Mention the other team and light a fire under his ass. But yeah, I like that. Let's get to the docks, find an out of the way place, because Quilt needs to look at those things. Quail, if we don't trust Centipede, we need to know what's in those darts. Because if he's compromised, I don't know, did he make the darts?
I agree. I think we'll take a sample and start testing.
And also, we have a little way to discuss if they are other agents. We do like a fucking green triangle. Like, it's a secret, but not to us. Other people would know. So, while we can trap them, just be aware. Think about what would happen if we trapped us. And
Well,
gets the submachine gun out of the bag. We're going to start shooting and then ask questions. It's a lot easier if, the other person just went, hey, we're Q cell or something. Like, I get we're secret and shit, but they're obviously
but,
on to us.
well, there's something. Take that one step further. We think that they're agents. They probably think that we're agents. So we think they're rogue agents. They think we're rogue agents. Even if you show them Delta Green, yeah, they know that. They just assume that we're trying to trick them. It's really volatile.
Perhaps they are not
Dangerous.
Delta Green at all.
But maybe they are.
And well, at least if we show them we know and he's like actively bleeding, like we can go up and down, but we can't do anything unless we talk to them. I think we have to talk to them if they show up.
If they show
we
up.
We set up a meeting on neutral ground.
Well, can I suggest then that Quail, I'm not volunteering you, but Quail and I, back at the hotel, we will try to do some analysis on the substance in one of these darts, see what it is, and you guys do whatever you need to do.
While you're there, could you check out those charts? Because now, I don't know, did you ever explain why those charts were weird? The EEGs?
Agent Centipede just said that they were odd.
Yeah, we'll look them over.
You can, I'll just give
I'm
it
not
to
a
you
brain
because
specialist.
it's not that complex, and there's 3 doctors here, including a psychologist. When you're looking at these EEGs, they do look abnormal. You can't tell how, they just look very abnormal. Like,
Would you say the person is abnormally calm or abnormally manic? Are they going like this? Are they going like this?
I don't know enough about
You don't
EEGs. I tried to look this up earlier. They definitely have some unusually high activity across different sectors of the brain. So it would be high activity. So
Yeah.
maybe manic?
Yeah, something weird's going on.
I wouldn't be surprised if the oral centers were activated in particular, since we know that there's some sound based.
Correct.
We also-
But it's not just oral, it's other areas.
Did we look at those drugs? The antipsychotics he was on, were those new?
You looked at them.
He stopped taking them a while ago,
Right,
several weeks
but
ago.
That's what I'm saying. When we say they're abnormal, are they just a case of somebody, I don't know brain stuff. Is it just somebody with oh hyper something, like he's taking drugs?
Yeah,
Does it
he's
just
got
mean
some
he's off his
problems
drugs?
already. Unfortunately, none of us are like super brain specialists. That's a hard one. I mean, if he's psychotic, uh, I don't know what that looks like when you look at an EEG.
Yeah, I don't
So
think
you'd
anybody
have,
has that. But if he was taking the medication previously, and Centipede said that he'd previously had good readings, and that this recent reading was bad, it's either because he stopped taking his meds,
Yeah.
uh, you know,
Centipede would have only known that if somebody told him that, because I doubt
well,
that he's a brain specialist.
the only thing we know he isn't is a gourmand. Otherwise, he could have any job that a, you know, an obviously unwell person can hold. So who wants to make a report to him, and what do we want to say if we're going to keep it a secret that we think he knows Silence personally and for a long period of time? And we don't know why Silence has a photograph dedicated to C instead of to S.
I mean, you and Quilt are talking, folks. Do one of you want to try? I mean, you could also just drop the name Kun Wu and see if he react. I don't know. Is that we got to get info somehow?
Yeah, I want to be clear that I believe that it seems like you might want to avoid that.
Fair enough. Quicksilver, would you say that the driver and his bodyguard in the silver, or do they look like mobsters to you?
I mean, I would have said they were fishmongers because of the fish place. It's kind of tainted my psychology, you know. You expect to see one thing and then are you guys frozen? Oh, you guys are frozen. Oops, did
Uh,
I lose you?
yeah, you cut out.
I'm not usually the one with the glitches.
You're back.
Uh, let me do something really quick. How
Okay.
time is it? Gonna unplug it.
Oh, I
The mob is
accidentally,
a very good idea.
with an obviously visible gun and an older guy in a suit, like, I don't know, in an unmarked van with no license plates.
Hmm.
I mean, it could be us.
I will say I do kind of want Quilt to call the handler now. I really want to see what brutal honesty looks
I just
like.
yeah, like go down the list and ask him questions wherever I'm confused.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Do it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you guys got to consider that we need to find out what he knows without letting him know that we know that something's up. I was just thinking a crazy thought. That stupid photograph. What if, I mean, we're Delta Green, right? We're used to weird shit. What if that wasn't Centipede? What if that was Silence that we were talking to?
We have his whole profile, like that is the face that we're going after. And what I keep coming back to is how would he have contacted us if he was rogue?
Yeah, I don't know how he could have contacted us without being in touch with the higher ups.
If he really is C cell, that's pretty high up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I
we're
don't know how it
talking,
works.
yeah, we're talking like I think, yeah, like general level, right?
He didn't want us to kill the guy. He wanted us to do something to him, maybe cure the guy if they're friends.
That sounds too close. Honestly, now that we see the picture that they knew each other, something like that, they're too close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also
Conflict.
Yeah.
he could have said we need to capture this guy and then administer this treatment to him in a secure facility. Instead, he said dart him, watch him for an unstated period of time for unstated changes, and then if it doesn't work, murder him. I'm sorry, erase his personhood.
Take care of the problem. Yeah.
Yeah. So that conflicts with anything else that makes sense. So we don't. That's the problem. We've got a handler who doesn't make sense given the information we've picked up, and we've got a cold lead because the guy's living in his car indefinitely. That's something we'd also need to look up. I'm sure we can get through Centipede or someone else the details on the car, so we can look for. Is he driving a goddamn Civic?
Accord.
An Accord.
Let's get back and see if we can identify what the stuff is. And you guys, we're probably almost back now.
Yes. So what are we doing right now?
Okay, so we're dropping two of you off, the scientists off at the hotel to heat up some beakers, and the rest of us are going to the dock
We were going to need some equipment that is probably only available at a hospital or university.
I would say you guys have equipment.
Yeah, I brought
we
my
have a lab
suitcase
bag.
with
Yeah.
lab
Okay.
bags. So you probably did too.
I don't know
Okay.
how small a spectrometer gets, but I think before we split up, we should make the call, just so that we all have that intel before we are, blocks or miles apart.
Okay.
Are we going to go honest, or are we going to go fudgy?
You could ask him what happens to us if we accidentally jabbed ourselves with that dart.
I think we asked him on the roof, and he said observe,
Yeah. Did.
but I didn't volunteer.
Quilt, I don't know. Sounds like you and I are kind of on the do we just do the dang thing, but do we just grab the handler?
We if we want to be able to get real answers out of him, we should tell him we found something that is so important that he needs to meet us in person.
I'm down with that. Yeah.
Okay. So who's calling him?
Both Quilt and Quixote look at Quince apparently like I don't know
Yeah.
that we're
All right, all right.
Devious enough.
yeah, persuasive enough.
So I'm
bad liar.
basically gonna rip information, and if he sounds freaked out
Yeah.
or extra sketchy, we're gonna ask to meet him.
You're going to Bene Gesserit the guy.
Yeah, unless you really think we need to be able to grab him and make sure he can't get away from us, then we should just lead with that.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's a mech. Looks like a wreck, but I'm not eager to try to grab a C-cell operative.
Also, you guys, I would just say that you guys have never met with a handler after the first interaction before.
Here's the thing. If you say something to him and he starts to act crazy, then at least we know there's something really seriously messed up going on. And we can just refuse to continue.
I mean, what are they gonna do? Fire us?
They might commend us for seeing through the ruse, and I don't know. We got
All
a
right.
lot of letters between us and C.
They could kill you.
They
That's
could
the
kill us.
yeah.
They could kill us anyway. They could
By
do that
fire, I mean
anytime.
out of a cannon.
All right. So who's calling? If you are calling.
I'm gonna make the call. Obviously, I can't do it on speaker, but everybody lean in. So in case you catch something I don't, you can give me the high sign.
Perfect. Oh my lord. All right, so the phone rings and you hear someone answer. And you can do an alertness roll.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't like that someone. Oh, dear.
Everybody. Actually, no, just Agent Quince. Agent Quince.
Yeah.
Whale
82
and I
is
are setting up.
is not under 40.
All right. So yeah, he answers, and he says, "Hello. You have anything to report?"
The Silence has been out of his hole for at least a week. We have a couple of ideas, but if you can get us his vehicle registration number and description and see if that vehicle's been spotted anywhere, it's the most likely place he's been living. Or if you have a better idea, I'm open.
Yeah, I that information wasn't in the file. I think, and you hear him pause for a second, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll see what I can do."
Nothing else on your end?
What do you mean on my end?
You know, you might have heard some other useful information about the subject. I assume that wherever however this came to you, there are channels open.
Agent, you're the one who's supposed to be finding the information on this.
Understood. Uh, what do we want to do about Kunwu?
You hear him definitely pause for a second, and he just goes, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Oh, probably a bad lead then. Uh,
Yeah, that's probably it.
so yeah, we'll report if and when we have something new.
You do that. And do another alertness roll.
Certainly, all of my suspicions are available to me. All right, a 7, a regular success.
All right, so you didn't notice it at first, but you hear like a weird sound in the background.
Mm-hmm.
It almost sounds like wheezing, and then you listen closely right before he hangs up, and you can hear, yeah, there's like some sort of rhythmic sound in the background, like a beeping or something.
Does it sound like he's in a hospital?
Could be.
Beeping and wheezing. I mean, maybe his old man is sick. Who knows?
That would be a good assumption, would be that he's in the hospital.
Well, right. All right. So, sign off. Any thoughts, anybody?
He sure pulled himself together since the Chinese and the birdcage.
Yeah, it's really not very specific about anything. Or- I mean, we only met the guy for a few minutes. This is his burner number. That sound like him to you?
Couldn't really tell over the phone.
He didn't like Kunwu.
That's not how you react to that. That rang wrong in my ears.
If he had no
Seemed
idea what I was
aggressive.
talking about, he could say, who is that?"
Right.
I think that's a dead end. So, right, we don't trust our handler, but we're going to go ahead for the next couple of hours and see if we can make any sense out of this. I feel like even if our information is imperfect, silence is probably a public danger.
Um, we could, yeah, I'd agree. I think if we wanted to follow this Kunwu link, we know Josiah's name.
Yep.
In theory, we can go back. I mean, we might have to dig up like where he went to school, but looking at that picture, we could probably find out who that is. Just from, roughly the age, we can probably find records.
Yeah,
What if
that seems worth following up.
What if Kunwu is Agent Kunwu, like Agent K?
That could be, yeah. It's interesting.
Promotion. He
Yeah.
said promotion. Maybe
Isn't-
did he go from K cell to C cell?
Maybe. Yeah, that's a good point. I'll just start digging onto Facebook and see if I can find Vermilion past anything with that marital records, court records, anything
Perfect.
like that.
Is anybody going to look at the documents?
Yeah,
That's
I'd like
probably a
to.
good idea.
Okay.
First though, real quick, how old is Agent Silence? Do we have a? Because the birth date is strange.
Oh, yeah, he's 50.
Okay, so he's 50.
Yeah.
What do you guys think he like? Is that a college photo for you guys? Because for it to be written on that there's a kid on the way, that's probably a full ass adult by now.
Yeah. 20s.
Yeah, to be clear, it looks, if you had to estimate, like maybe 15 years old.
So they were childhood friends, and then that was a nostalgia photograph.
And they both ended up in
Hmm.
Delta Green together. That is extremely unusual.
Okay. Well,
By the way, Kunwu is the sixth most popular name for baby boys born in South Korea in 2008. So if you want to check all the mics that anybody knows, that's about where we're at.
It's a very common name.
That case, yeah, Josiah Vermilion's probably the name to start with. That's probably a little more unique.
All right.
Okay, so you're researching Josiah Vermilion on just the internet?
Yeah, that's all I've got. I'm not that smart.
Yeah, you find immediately some news reports about his actions in Eastern Europe. It looks like he was a war hero. This guy was definitely a known quantity. He's been on several missions with the Army Rangers, including some very important ones. He looks like he's a badass.
Yeah. Marriage? Any certificates in that regard?
Unmarried.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Giodi will just spend the time making a list of times and dates and whatnot while the others are doing smarter things.
Yeah. And what are the rest of you doing?
Working on the
So-
We're doing science, right?
Yeah, I want to take a small percentage of the substance that we have and begin some testing. And also,
through a microscope.
if there's any time, I'd like to look over those EEGs and see if they look like something that corresponds with prodromal schizophrenia.
Okay, so before you guys do that, Quilt, you were going to look at the documents, right?
yeah, just looking for contacts, many, haunts or names.
Yeah, so you see immediately these appear to be like agent reports. Oh my God, there's like a earthquake or something in here.
We could hear it. Yeah.
Sorry.
If it hit you, it's going to hit me in a few seconds.
Keep your earth down.
I don't think it was an earthquake. I think it might have been like a jet or something. I don't know.
Oh.
But anyway, so yeah, you find these appear to be like reports of previous operas he's been on. Like one is called like Last Things Last, and there's other ones like that he's named. One of them though sticks out to you, and it's Operation Antenna.
Would this happen to be the most recent one?
Yes.
Top secret classified mission, Operation Antenna, object, the Void Drug. Agent Silence reporting we were able to locate the site of the distribution of the Void Drug in downtown Los Angeles. It appears that the distributor was a homeless man. On examination, the drug appears to be nothing. No matter how closely we look, we cannot find any actual substance to it other than its black coloration. We've not completed any human tests to confirm or deny its supposed reconstructive properties. Sending samples to DG for analysis, rest of sample was destroyed. Authorized sign off, Agent Centipede.
The Centipede was Silence was working for Centipede.
Yeah. And if I'm willing to bet, the darts that we were supplied with might be a sample of whatever this drug is.
In conjunction with him reading that, do we find that no matter how close we look at the stuff under the microscope, we can't seem to find
Yes.
anything?
So you guys do a spectro analysis of it, correct? I heard that
Yeah.
mentioned. Someone mentioned that.
Yeah, and a
Yes.
microscopic analysis, sure.
Yeah, so you guys are doing analysis. It appears that it's like absorbing all light. Like you just get a very
What
faint
the hell?
hydrogen and oxygen signature on the spectrograph. And if you look at it under a microscope, yeah, it just looks black.
So, guys, it looks like whatever this is, it's got some water in here, which might just be what's making it liquid, but there's nothing here. It's
It has
emptiness.
hydrogen and oxygen. That does not necessarily make it water.
Well, no, but I'm thinking that it's liquid with something in it. But whatever the something is, looking at it under a microscope at 400 times magnification, there are no particles. There is nothing. It is black. Like as if it were a void, which I say out loud, and then Agent Quilt hears me say that.
Just very unusual.
There should be particulates of some sort.
So, what was the intel we received about auditory warnings that we shouldn't be trying to talk to him because he'd be able to mind control us? Am I remembering that right?
That was suggested, yeah.
So if we can get some more sophisticated equipment, some high performance liquid chromatography, nuclear magnetic resonance, infrared spectroscopy, that type of thing, then we can identify the substance.
We would have to
But-
find some reason to get to the university lab or, well, the university lab's probably the only one that would carry that stuff.
That's right.
Even they
So-
might not have.
Road trip to Cornell, or are we assuming based on that document that DG's already done these analyses, or are we assuming from that document that Centipede's decided to use his old friend as a guinea pig?
All right, so I'm taking some logical leaps here, but I think Silence was exposed to this substance, and perhaps he's suffering from withdrawals, so his close friend is trying to get him more of a fix.
Well, why didn't you just give it to him?
because he's got an assault rifle.
And a body count?
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
The document you read, what did it say? Something about healing properties?
regenerative, yeah.
It's in the Discord.
Destructive properties. And whatever sample he sent must, well, shouldn't say must. It's either with Centipede or he lied about destroying it. Which, if he's an addict, he probably lied.
I mean, if it were a TV show, I would say that maybe his friend got cancer and he's trying to cure it with this shit.
Well, he's getting old and he had a rough life. a lot of things could be going wrong.
Well, this stuff is baffling. I'm afraid uh, Agent Quayle, even if we got to Cornell or even MIT and analyzed this stuff, we'd still find it's black. Obviously, their original analysis of the substance, they would have done that sort of stuff. And
Well, maybe
Um,
what
we
could it
can draw
possibly be?
on friends at the FBI or
Agent Quayle, you are a cartel guy, and
yeah, I'm
anybody who
connected.
is connected with drugs at all could do just an intelligence roll or like a general knowledge roll of any kind.
I have an 85 intelligence and I rolled a 97.
Anybody else?
Let's let's see what do I
So
have.
I rolled an '08, so regular success. Has
Okay.
there been any street names that I've heard pop up recently?
Yeah, yeah. Any criticals?
I got a critical fail. I got a 000, so I really
Oh,
have no
crap.
idea.
You think so
Let's
hard,
find
you
out what it
blow up.
does.
Okay, so Agent Quilt, you have heard vaguely rumors of void. It's sort of like a it's like C2B or like pink cocaine now. Like it's like almost like a mythical thing. Like people don't actually know
Hmm.
what it is. Like
Yeah. Would I
but
know
you've heard wild stories.
clubs where people might get it, or maybe even some dealers?
Sure. You know, you wouldn't know anywhere where you could get it, but you know people where you could get drugs.
Yeah.
And like people, there's like wild myths about it. Like once you take it, you're high for the rest of your life or whatever. Or regeneration, you fly. I don't know, opens your third eye, all that
Hmm.
shit.
Go to other dimensions. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I'm not gonna really press for that, but I'll mention to the group that yeah, it's a street drug that I've heard be tossed around. If we want to pick up their investigation for any need,
I mean, if we think he's an addict, he's probably going to go get more.
yeah, that's what I was hoping to find at his house was numbers or something.
It might explain if he sold some of his shit too, why so much of his house was
Oh,
cleaned out.
Well, I've said it before in multiple reports. Drugs are bad.
Can I have more of those paid meds, doctor?
Hmm.
My face is acted up. Something fierce.
I got some real good ones that nobody even knows
Yeah,
what the fuck they
thanks.
are.
Bad or good, they are also a living for a lot of people.
so it's really strange that he had those reports stashed away, though, right? That's not something I ever keep around.
Have any evidence of any ties to Delta Green?
Yeah.
That's pretty odd.
Right.
So we've analyzed, we can't find anything about it. What's you guys' next move? Do we want to try to find these guys or
I think we need some information. That would be the best thing. We need to interrogate them.
well, we need to give them some reason to come and find us.
Yeah, true.
Well,
Um,
to the best of our understanding, the he picked up this void from a homeless guy in LA, and then he got a lead on another supply in New York, and he went to the West Side docks, and then he shot all of his co-workers, as it were, everyone else in his cell. Do we want to try to figure out where that happened and see if there's some,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that might be dangerous, but it's a good start.
And we might meet our friends in the silver van already there, unloading all of their fresh cod back into the Hudson River.
And if not, we can leave them a message because they might follow us.
Well, and we just have to show my face and they'll know why I want the drug.
Indeed. All right, so you guys are going to the docks.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Without drawing it out too much, you guys go to the docks and you don't find any information on any crime or killing or anything.
You know, the one place that we do know that those
Interesting.
agents go is the Green Box.
It it was a Delta Green operation, so you would assume it was covered up, hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, so there might be more to this drug. If there's a supply going on the streets, everybody should keep an eye out for homeless people. Try to say hi to them, see if their mind is all there. If not, it might be worth questioning a little.
You know, this is the New York City
There's
after the
plenty of
big
homeless
turn.
people
Oh yeah,
around.
oh yeah. That's if
Keep an eye out for one
it's
who looks like Alice Cooper.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
I
like
mean,
very, very far gone.
do you want like I could start canvassing people and just asking if I can get a hold of some. Like I don't I'm not a
Well,
talker, but I sure
if
look like I need it.
if we find a dealer, a nice, respectable dealer who will give us the time of day, we can show him the picture of silence and see if it jogs anything.
It is New York City. It could be any one of 1,000 different.
Yeah.
There's something else. It's unethical, but then, me and my ethics, I'm a Delta Green agent. We could abduct a homeless person and do some experiments and see what happens.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, so this all happened at the docks, as far as we know. I'm still, like I'm saying, just taking leaps and leaps, but maybe he was offered a deal here, and this is where he met his contacts.
Makes sense. Yeah, if he got turned by whatever the drug was, turned on his agents, and he might actually be rogue. But why does Centipede care then?
Well,
Other than
Centipede might be rogue as well.
nostalgia. Yeah.
And what does this have to do with him keeping his neighbors up screaming the names of his cellmates in the middle of the night? Doesn't
Be
sound like a
guilt
very
while he's
effective.
tripping.
Uh,
We didn't find any like used vials or anything in his
no drug paraphernalia
place.
that I
Yeah.
noticed.
None.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but no, that makes me think closer to what you were saying before. He was detoxing, like off of it.
What if his cellmates were the ones who were infected and he was doing what good Delta Green agents do and remove them from I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the peculiar behavior he has exhibited since the event might be about the psychological trauma of having to kill his cellmates.
I'm starting to think that we need to get our handler on the line and say, what the fuck is going on? I mean, if he
Yes.
doesn't tell us, then we don't do it.
This was my contention from the beginning.
Agent Quixote, thinking back to the building, you can do an intelligence roll.
I don't know why you let me roll die.
Okay,
No.
I'll just
No, of
yeah,
course not.
I'll just give it to you. I'll just give it to you. You
Uh,
remember there was a guy who maybe it was blasted out of you,
yeah, I poked my
but
brain through the hole. Oh, there. Yeah, there it is.
yeah, you got it. You got it back. There was a guy who someone mentioned might be the building manager in there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He was
Yeah,
talking about renting the
Could be a good
place.
lead. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Maybe we go get a hold of the building manager and see if he knows anything else.
He's certainly eager to do business, so
Maybe he can even give us some help with the van. Maybe they came back.
Well, I'm still really hung up on the auditory thing, because if there's some threat of this guy recruiting people or whatever, like especially if he's in his like thin-walled apartment building screaming stuff, you'd think all of his neighbors would be compromised.
I'm wondering if that's bullshit. Like,
yeah,
if
he
that's
just
a
didn't.
don't listen to him sort of thing.
Centipede just didn't want us talking to him.
Maybe, maybe.
Well,
Or
we've
else
got our
he
earplugs.
really
If
is
not,
effective. Yeah.
Well, it'd just be a lot easier if I wasn't trying to worry about that.
All right. Yeah.
So back to his place.
Let's do it. As the sun rises, let's go knock on the building manager's door.
You guys are Delta Green agents. You're used to operating years without sleep. All right, so yeah, you guys go back. Who's going to buzz in?
I mean, I already bullshitted him once. I'm not sure I'm the face for this version.
Anybody? Any volunteers?
It cannot be me for obvious reasons. Well, let's do the
You
nose
do-
goes game.
you do have
think
your
Quince
face
and
shot
I
on.
are out. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's straight talking quilt for the.
Okay, I will do it.
Also, it might be worth noting that after the shotgun blast and the broken window and the suspicious neighbor, the building manager's probably been up with the cops all night,
Yeah.
which might make him easier or harder to deal with. I'll be idling in the vehicle down the block, out of sight.
Yeah.
So I'll join you with my gun prepared for van action.
Okay,
Yeah,
so who's going in?
Yeah, Quail, I'll go with you. What are you thinking? Just say we're from the government, we need answers?
Uh, do you have a badge?
Yeah, you would have a badge.
yes.
Okay, then. Yes.
I'm behind you guys.
That's,
Yeah, we'll head down there and we'll knock on the door.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, you guys knock on the door and he picks up and he buzzes you in.
Okay.
And you say you're cops, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're government investigators is what we say.
FBI.
This
Yeah,
is bigger than the cops.
He comes out and he's like, God damn it, there's some more of you guys?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Well, I already told them all I know. They broke
Okay.
into the guy's apartment and set off some goddamn thing he had rigged up in his fucking vent.
Yeah. Okay. Can you tell me some more about that? What kind of goddamn thingy?
It was like there was a shotgun in a vent, blood everywhere. The guy got his freaking brain spilled out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Christ.
We heard some rumors that perhaps he was not well sometime before that. Can you confirm or?
Oh, you mean Mr. Vermillion? Oh, that guy was a pain in my ass. Yeah, I just evicted him recently.
Yeah, what happened there?
He kept bothering the neighboring tenants, and then what really pushed me over the edge is he stopped paying rent.
Yeah.
I would have kept him. I mean, he was a good customer.
Yeah. He was screaming, you said?
I think so.
What kind of screaming?
Just random crap. I don't know. His neighbor, Mr. John Armour, kept reporting him to me.
I see. And would it be all right if we talk to this neighbor?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and his car's missing too. Yeah, I guess he went on the run or something
When did you notice that?
when he left, when he got evicted. I have his license plate here. I mean, he had a parking spot on the street.
I see.
What
How many
kind of
days ago was he parked here?
It was a week. He left when I evicted him a week ago.
what kind of car was it?
Um, it was a Accord, silver Accord.
Okay, I'll write down the license plate as well as the description of the car.
Yes, and he gives you the license plate and the description.
Okay. Any more questions before we go?
Well-
Have you ever, do you know if he was having a lot of people coming and going from his apartment?
Yeah, it was just that Asian guy, but then he stopped coming. I mean, looked
The
like they were
Asian
friends.
guy. Did he give a name, the Asian guy?
Yeah, I think his name was Kun Woo.
Kanwoo. That's the one of the most popular names in South Korea. Yeah.
Never heard it before.
Do you know what kind of car this Kunwu drove?
Yeah, he had a Lexus.
Okay.
So you don't
Black
think
Lexus.
that they were dealing in drugs or anything like that?
No, no. I mean,
Okay.
I didn't see any evidence of that at all.
You've never heard of anything called the void? And I'm looking for his reaction.
No, he thinks for a second and he's like, that was a movie, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's a very good movie, way back years ago.
Yeah.
So he had no reaction to the void. So I don't
No,
think
not at
he knows
all.
about the drug.
And while you're doing that, agents outside, you see the silver van pull up and double park next to you. And 5 people, I mean, the doors begin to open. What do?
Are they headed our direction or are they?
They are
They're
right
parked
next to you.
us.
Yeah, I guess when they're coming out, is it like they're looking at us or they're looking to go in?
It looks like they're trying to box you in.
Yeah. So double parking against, I was idling, not parked, but there's probably going to be some very bad driving in the next 40 seconds.
We wanted
I'm
to
not-
catch him.
I'm not going to get, I mean, now we're outnumbered. I was hoping they were only 4 and not 5. So they've prepared, I'm going to back into the vehicle behind me, pull onto the sidewalk to my right, and get out from behind them.
All right, do a drive roll.
Okay, guys.
Leaving us all behind.
Leaving the suddenly German Agent Quicksilver behind.
I'm coming up with a persona. They'll say some German guy.
He's the dude playing the other dude.
I,
Oh,
It's not a 100. We've already had one.
it's a 99.
Oh, okay.
Good Lord.
So yeah, you back into the other car and you realize that you have completely stuck the car and it is not moving.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm armed. You're armed. Let's.
Yeah, I was gonna say, then back down then, and I'll just blow out the front windshield with a burst of submachine gun fire that he pulls from the duffel bag.
All right.
Insurance.
Yeah.
Thought we wanted to talk to them.
did we hear a car crash?
Yeah.
Oh, we hear it. Yeah.
So
It's like a car crash and then guns. Dios
Yeah.
mío.
Quixote's like, I wanted to talk. I wanted to talk. I
It's
wanted to
just New
talk.
York.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go into Dex order now. So who is at 70? Anybody above 70?
I gotta check.
This is
quick.
Dex.
Yeah.
No.
Just
Dex times
put your
5,
put your decks
technically.
in the chat real quick. And sorry, I should have gotten this prepared earlier. But Agent Quixote, you can go first. So you fire the submachine gun into the windshield.
Sure. Let's see
And
what
are you
happens.
trying to hit them or just escape?
No, just escape. This is
All right.
pure spray and pray, sort of just get everybody down.
So yeah, you managed to get out of the car. What are you doing, Agent Quince?
When I hear the crunch, feel the stick, see him pull out a large weapon, drop my seat back, grab the go bag, and out the opposite door.
All right, perfect. So you're running.
Yeah, I'm staging behind the vehicle nearby so I can be armed in their direction. Not turning my back on them and running down the sidewalk.
Perfect. The three of you guys inside, what are you doing? You hear the gunshots.
I put my hand on the guy's chest and push him back into the room and try to pull us all into the room. Well, there's gunshots outside. Somebody's shooting outside. Mein Gott.
Yeah.
We-
I assume
No,
I'm
we
pulling
need-
my concealed pistol and going.
We need to go help them.
All right,
with my
perfect.
hands. I don't care a weapon.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out my
Strangle them?
gun and I'm gonna leave.
Yeah,
I'll close
fine,
the door
Dr.
behind me.
Kraut, you keep the civilian safe.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so they're gonna shoot at Agent Quixote. It looks like one of them has gotten out from behind the van and is shooting.
I just want to talk.
Oh, you
I
are
did
very
suc- I
you are
was saying,
very
I
lucky,
did
Agent
succeed on
Quixote.
mine, so all right. How am I doing?
Yeah, he misses. He you hear like a single shot from a semi-auto rifle just go above your head, go wide. It looks like it might be covering fire.
Okay,
All
so
right,
it's like,
and
just
Shooting
wanted to
people in the
talk.
building over.
yeah, exactly. And now it looks like it is Agent Quixote again. What do you do?
All right, there's no more fire a spray to keep him down. If there's that, he's just gonna start gunning it. He wants the full auto, just spray and pray, take him out. Well,
Perfect.
let's see.
So do a spray roll. Do a firearms roll.
Lord.
I believe submachine gun is 10% lethality.
It is 10
right?
lethality, but
Yeah.
that assumes you hit, which an
Okay.
83 doesn't. I succeeded before, but not this time. No, sir.
All right, but you definitely think that they're not going to be
Bullets
eager to
flying.
pop
Yeah,
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
immediately. Okay. Next, Agent Quilt, you have gotten outside the building and you see there's a guy with a rifle trying to shoot Agent Quixote, and Agent Quixote has just fired back. What do you do?
Oh man. Yeah, if they're actively in a gunfight, I'll try to get the handgun off at the one that's attacking my fellow agent.
All right, do a firearms.
That's 100. Yeah.
Uh-oh. All right, so yeah, your gun jams.
Should have gone with plan A. All right. I can deal with that.
You realize it's a light primer strike and it's just not going off.
All right. So is there a straggler at the back of their group?
Yeah. There's one guy who appears to be out right now, and then you can't see the other people.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stay in the doorway and hope that they didn't notice me for a moment
Yeah.
while I get myself sorted.
You can do a stealth roll.
That one is 65. No.
All right, so luckily Agent Quixote and Agent Quince won't be taking the full brunt of this.
Yeah.
It looks like we got two at 55, but Quince has gun drawn. So I'll say, Quince, what are you doing?
So I only got a description from Quicksilver about the presumed mastermind who was in the front seat of the van.
Correct.
Um, I'm like moving down the street, looking through car windows, trying not to make myself a target, and I want to spot that guy.
Okay, so you're trying to do a circle around.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna go between cars into the street, but I'm trying to like get a bead on who's where.
Yeah, I would say do a stealth.
Better at that than I am at driving. Oh, an 05. If only an O mattered in this game.
Yeah, so you sort of manage to get around, yeah, between cars kind of, but it's like a big G-Wagon, so you're well protected. And you've sort of gone around and you have visual on 3 other guys around the back of the car.
Great.
And one of them is the guy that you're talking about.
So I'm if not this round, then next, I'm gonna try a targeted shot at his legs. I want him to be able to talk. And I think he might call off his goons if he's got a great big hole in his thigh.
Are you going to take this turn to aim, or are you going to fire?
I'll take this turn to aim.
All right. Okay. So you'll get a plus 20, which will cancel out the minus 20 of the targeted.
Great.
Okay. Agent Quail, what are you doing?
So I followed Agent Quilt,
Yes.
but I probably would have taken a moment while Agent Quilt was going out the door to look out the window.
Okay.
In which case, if I saw the guy with the rifle, I probably would go the rest of the way out the door and fire at him.
All right. Do a firearms.
Okay. It's 59 over 50, so that's a fail.
Okay. So yeah, this is the worst gunfight ever continues.
Yeah.
And he's going to fire a shot at the person who actually managed to get a shot off at him, which is Agent Quail.
All right.
So he's going to shoot at you.
No good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah, and he got a 50. Okay, so... Oh, you're very lucky. Take 2 damage as a shot grazes your face. So now you're kind of matching with Agent Quixote.
Ay.
All right, and then another agent sort of pops out from the front of the van and is going to take a shot at Agent Quixote with a pistol. And he also passes. Oh. Uh-oh. Agent Quixote, are you wearing body armor?
You're a security guard. You should.
I do
let's
have
say you're
body
wearing body
armor. I'll
armor,
have
yeah.
body armor.
So you take 9 flat damage.
Ooh.
So
right.
minus the armor, that'll be deducted.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, you get one right in the vest, and you just feel all of the ribs on the side of your solar plexus separate, and your solar plexus is just pushed in.
Oh no.
It's like you can almost feel your heart like about to explode, and then it doesn't.
Oh no.
Do a con roll as well, because you might pass out.
Yeah, that
from
makes sense.
Hopefully
that I managed.
All right, so yeah,
I have to live with my mistakes.
You're all good. And now that you've just been shot in the chest, what do you do?
Like, he hasn't been able to move away from the car at this point, too. He's just been spraying. He gets hit. He goes down. And I think with, like, the car crash, it probably knocks some stuff around.
Yeah.
He sees the dart gun in there.
Okay.
And he's like, I gotta make it through this. And he's gonna grab that and just shoot himself in the arm with it.
I love that. Okay, I did not expect that. Okay, so gain all your hit points back.
Hell yeah.
As you guys see Agent Quixote inject himself with one of the darts.
Spitting out blood from being
Yeah.
shot. Yeah.
And yeah, you're spitting out blood, but then you just can feel like this surge of almost growth in you as your solar plexus is now back in its right place and your heart feels healed as well. And you just feel better and you feel stronger and superior. And so that's your turn. Now Agent Quince.
Who's the only one who couldn't see any of that conceivably. Um, I'm going to take my shot at my assumed boss monster, boss dude guy. 14 again. That would be more exciting in another system, but it's certainly a success.
Perfect. Perfect. So you get roll damage.
1d10. 2. Good thing it's his leg.
All right. Yeah. So you roll luck.
Pretty. 71.
All right. So yeah, you don't break his leg. He's you graze his leg, and he definitely notices you now and points at you and goes, "Get that guy." All right.
Yeah, so
No.
I'm gonna just prepare my next shot, and I'm not gonna worry about his legs. Or, if a bigger goon is coming my way, whatever. Survival first.
All right. Perfect. Quilt, what are you doing?
All right, with the guy taking a hit and yelling, "Get that guy!" I'm gonna just go for it. I'm gonna try to tackle him and take his gun, which I've seen works.
Oh my God. So you're gonna run across the sidewalk and tackle this guy?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's 10 feet from the front door.
Yeah. Okay. Roll fighting brawl,
25 has passed.
unarmed combat. Okay. So yeah, you. Let me roll for him. Yeah, he got a 99. So you get his gun away from him, and you have him like hostage style, and you see there's three other people in front of you, all armed to the teeth. They look much more tactical than this dude, though. And yeah, he starts screaming, obviously, and he's freaking out. Agent Quail, what are you doing? Agent Quail has just grabbed this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna freeze with my gun, but it's gonna be as one of these Mexican standoffs, I guess. So I'm just gonna freeze. I'm gonna be Agent Quill. Tell me what you want me to do.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna say that he yells at the other guy. He's like, "Orphan, stop shooting!" And he's gonna roll persuade. Uh-oh, he failed. So I think that Agent Orphan is going to just try to kill him and kill you with him, Quill.
So can I officially use my action to aim a shot?
Sure, yes, definitely.
Okay, great. That's what I'll do then. Take aim at one of the guys.
Okay, he got a 97. Now the enemies are rolling really bad. So yeah, he shoots the guy you're holding, but he does not hit you at all. Yeah. And the guy's like,
Yeah.
"God damn it, stop shooting!"
Yeah, I'm trying to pull us like behind a car or something.
Yes,
but
yeah,
I know
you
I'm
can get
exposed.
into cover, yeah. And Agent Quicksilver, you're recording this, right?
Yeah, I pushed the guy down and told him to stay quiet and stay out of sight. I made my way up to the roof of the building, and I am peeking over the edge with my phone, recording it and filming you all. My intention is to get away if I think that it's really going to go bad, because somebody has to get away.
Yeah.
And I always pick the getaway part.
And you while you're recording this, you see that Agent Quixote has injected himself with one of these darts, and his eyes have gone completely black.
I also heard somebody yelling, "Agent Orphan,"
Yes.
So I don't know why they're all still shooting. We know they're agents now.
Yeah, they definitely appear very hesitant, like they might
I think it's
be
all a
considering,
misunderstanding at
yeah.
this point. But I can't yell down at them. They're too far away. How many stories? 5 stories?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just three, just three.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I might try yelling, but I don't think anybody's listening right now.
Okay.
That's my plan
Um,
for next turn too. I am yelling.
Delta Green assemble.
okay. Agent Quixote, you have just taken this drug and you feel fine. What do you do?
Uh, yeah, he's feeling good. Is the part of him that knows this is a very bad thing also present, or does it just feel good?
Your brain is completely intact right now, so you
Okay,
don't feel any
awesome.
sort of you don't feel any delusions other than this feels really, it's like heroin. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, this is great. In that case, he's going to stay behind the cover that is the car and then just start shouting, "You idiots, we're DJ 2. Why
Yeah,
can't we just talk?"
you feel like a blooming flower right now. You feel like a lily pad floating
Uh,
on water.
hey guys,
Um,
come on, let's just talk. Black eyes looking at them.
that's not going to help your case.
That's why
Um,
he's staying behind cover.
all right, Agent Quince, you see Agent Quilt has grabbed a hostage.
Yeah. Uh, O Q O Q. Tell them to stand down. And I
Do
will
a
sort of
yeah,
stand up from behind the vehicle, but maintain a, you know, like not pointing at his torso, but pointing down and ready.
do a human or persuade is human, right? Yeah.
I have both. They're actually,
Okay, just do persuade. Yeah.
it's a success for either one, 29.
All right, so yeah, they're like not firing immediately.
Right. And then so I'm going to, we obviously need to get out of here and talk. But does centipede mean anything to you?
Centipede?
Yeah. Uh, Different handlers, same problem. Cops will be here soon.
Are you
So,
working for Silence?
no. We were to retrieve and possibly cure silence. We have to do this somewhere else.
All right, get in the van, throw your weapons away.
What the fuck? Are you kidding? We've got serious injuries and you have nothing. There's a
Throw your weapons away.
Quilt?
We heard you were rogue agents.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Quilt, convince the man.
Yeah, so I have him in a headlock with my left arm, and I'm gonna put my right thumb in his gun hole wound.
um, that's not. That's probably not going to help your case. Yeah, he screams,
That's all I'm
obviously,
doing.
and you can see like you tag the sort of blood vessel that is bleeding, and it just squirts out blood onto the van.
Some operas are romances and some are tragedies. We, you are not, we cannot disarm ourselves. You have not shown yourself to have good information, and we don't know what's going on either. We need to de-escalate.
Um, you can do another human roll, but it's going to be at a minus. It's going to be at a plus 20 disadvantage.
Let's take it to Denny's.
15,
Oh, Denise?
15 plus 20 is 35, which is still half of my human.
All right, so he says, "Okay, but you got a holster."
Good, everybody. And none of us want to talk to the NYPD. So let's move Doc 42.
All right, so are you guys holstering? Is everybody holstering?
Yeah, slowly.
I'm pushing the guy away into the van.
What are you doing, Quicksilver? Because you're on the roof.
I don't know. I'm still wondering if something bad's going to happen. So I think if they seem, at least at this point, to have not noticed that I'm not there, then
They haven't noticed you.
I will continue to observe from a distance.
Okay.
Because I think they wrecked their cars, didn't they?
I
No,
mean,
their car is fine.
and I've just kind of like kicked a bumper apart sort of thing. Like I didn't hit a hydrant and break my axle. I just got
Let's
stuck.
let's guess that we're a good enough team that they know not to give away my position, but to give me some clue as to where they're going to go. And then I can show up there.
They just got
Just
told to
in
get
case.
in the van.
I thought I heard something about the docks.
Yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
text you. Like,
Nobody's agreed to get
Yeah.
to share the vehicle, I don't think.
yeah,
right.
I don't. That's probably not
We're,
gonna
we're,
happen.
yeah.
Okay,
Quixote will help.
they're telling you to get in the van. They're not saying to get in your car.
No, two vehicles. We're not driving
We'll
away
follow you.
inside your van. Are you insane? I understand you think we're rogue agents. We might have a bad handler. We want to talk, but I'm not going to put myself in your hands completely under
Put
these
yourself in my
circumstances.
position, man. Put yourself in my position.
I think that's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to do. I'm
It's
trying
hard to imagine me losing a gunfight. Do you guys want to die?
and put yourself in my position. I get a call from the special thing, and I know the thing, and I'm set to do a thing that makes some sense. Do you know what happened to
Okay,
Simon?
okay. I will go,
Cops are coming.
and he will
Yeah, the
stay.
cops are coming. Yeah.
Each group will have one of the other. Okay, that way we guarantee safety. Okay, I will represent for us. We will keep your man.
That seems very fair.
What the fuck? Okay, do a persuade, Quill.
Okay, yeah.
This is
Uh,
a hard sell.
yeah, nope.
Yeah,
81.
he's like he doesn't look like he's buying it, and the cops are probably coming very soon.
Okay, man.
They're getting antsy. They're getting antsy.
I'm moving with clear intent toward my vehicle, holstered but ready. And if they want to stop and talk to the cops, they can. But they know I'm stuck, but they have to get out of the way to not talk to the cops too. Everybody's
leave
got unregistered firearms and
That's true.
We
You know.
cannot leave the evidence of this vehicle here. And Quixote's like on the back bumper, lifting it off the other car. Like, we cannot leave this here. It is evidence, just like the bullet holes you put in it. You need it out of here as much as we do, dumbasses.
It's a good argument.
Yeah.
All right, so they're gonna say, yeah, okay, fine. We'll go evenly divided between the vehicles, but we're in the back seat.
whatever. I'll make sure that if you shoot me in the back of the head, you die too.
Fair enough.
Oh, you guys made a mess of this. What a fuck up.
There are multiple 100s and 99s.
There's just dead pedestrians all around the street.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow we're fine.
I did my part.
Yeah, not you guys. You guys were fine.
Yeah.
All right, so we're like halfway through. Do we want to take a quick break?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, perfect.
Perfect
I
spot.
think take 5 minutes.
5 minutes later.
All right, so you guys are in the car going to you don't really know where. Agent Quixote, are you trying to hide your transformation?
I
Keep in
I
mind,
don't.
you are floating. You are the lily pad.
Yeah, he's kind of itching like you do with a new scar, and it like eventually just in the side he just kind of, huh.
Okay,
Skin's all healed.
we're gonna have a couple rolls here.
Fresh skin beneath. He starts picking off scabs.
Um. Okay, so you're lucky that they don't go into a bout of madness when they see that, but they definitely are freaking out. They see that and they're like, "What is wrong with that guy?"
Nothing. I feel fine.
What's wrong with your friend? Who's in which car, by the way? Sorry, I forgot to hash that out.
I'll be driving mine again, so
All right, and Quixote, are you in the van or the car?
I was envisioning the car, but if it's
Okay,
funnier if I'm in
perfect,
the van,
perfect.
that's good too.
All right, so the guys in the back introduce themselves as Agent Orphan and Agent Orange. And Agent
interesting
Orange,
choice.
yeah, he looks like an Agent Orange. He has a rifle, and Agent Orphan has a pistol. But they
Uh,
are not up. They're just on the
right.
laps.
Uh, Agents, I'm sorry that we're meeting under these circumstances. This is a fucked up situation. What do you know about silence?
What is wrong with that guy in the front seat?
Well, what do you mean?
He
And I'm
didn't
sort of driving and not, you know,
he didn't take the void, did he?
uh, so that is what's in the vials?
Quixote just looks over, eyes black.
Who else is in the
My
car?
audio is cutting out.
Quail, I think you and I are in the van with them.
Okay.
Could you guys say that again? My audio ran out of battery.
I was just confirming who was in the car. We're all in the van.
Yes, yeah. You two are in the van, and then Quixote and Quince are in the car, and Quicksilver is in a cab following. But yeah, they
So
ask
two each.
what is wrong with Quixote. They're like, what the fuck? Did he take it?
You're the ones who insisted we all come in the same car. We wanted to follow you, if you recall.
You're not in the same car.
You
You're in
are
the van.
responsible. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, we've got two. We've got two and two,
Yes.
Quince
and I
and
guess the
Quixote.
mastermind's in the van.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, so yeah, I didn't actually see him take it, and I haven't probably looked into his black soulless eyes, nor do I watch the rear view mirror as he peels the stuff off. So I'm just asking, like, so that is what's in the, that's what we were given? It's this void shit?
What the fuck are you talking? He's got black eyes, bro.
You've
You
never
can roll
taken.
sand. You can
Now
roll
I
sand.
Yeah.
now I'm gonna have to have a look see. Oh dear. Oh, quite sane. Yeah, regular.
So you just take one as you
Yeah.
see it's not right. Something's wrong.
Right. There's been all this talk about experimentation, and I didn't think it was going to be us, but I also didn't see him take a round in the chest. So, yeah. Quixote, what's going on?
I was hurting real bad, and I
Oh,
just
because these
remember
assholes
the
shot you?
report. That would be the one, yeah.
Right. So,
Look, it's fine. I'm chill. We're all chill. We're all part of the same team. We've all done stuff that's a little odd. We just want to
boy,
talk. These
listen.
black eyes looking into the back seat. We just want to talk.
So, agents, you're working for Silence? We were told he was rogue. He hasn't been in his apartment, he isn't paying rent. He's yelling shit at night. Are you sure you're working for the right man?
What do you mean silence his apartment?
We went to his home.
You went to Centipede's apartment.
Oh, fuck me. All right, what else don't we know?
Well, what do you know? And I assume you just fill them in.
Yeah, I filled them in. I'm gonna omit things like we had this photograph and it was 2C and we didn't figure out that that was Centipede's apartment because I'm not telegraphing that we're idiots. Um,
Oh. Okay.
but I'm telling them the base, where we met Centipede, why we thought he was legit, and what we've done so far in broad terms. Uh, and since we're sharing information, was that a body you took out of the green box? The hell are you doing in Chinatown?
Oh, yeah. No, that wasn't a body. It was just this. And he touches the rifle.
Oh, all right. Fair enough. So,
We
and
were we were told that you were working for Silence and that Silence had stolen the Void from Operation Antenna.
no, I think that's Centipede that we're talking about. He's also been caching documents in that apartment, if that is Centipede's place, which makes sense.
Centipede is schizophrenic. I mean, he's we can't find him. He's
Yeah,
homeless, I think. He's not been an operative since Antenna.
there's a pigeon coop I know that he likes to hang out at, but we should meet up with the rest of your team. Uh,
A pigeon coop? Yeah, he looks very confused. Let's cut over to Agent Quail and Quilt. What are you guys doing in the back of this van? There's a silence permeating the air.
Yeah, there's no avoiding that, I think. Um,
Yeah, one of the guy that Quilt got shot and then put his finger in his gunshot wound is just like moaning and just like and when he coughs, a little bit of blood gut jets out of the wound.
yeah, I mean, I think my medical training would take over and I would just get out a kit and I would start working on his injuries.
Okay. Okay, roll medicine or first aid.
First aid, yeah. I have a 60, so 53, success.
All right, yeah, so you're able to patch him up and stop the bleeding. And while you're doing that, he just sort of goes like, "So you guys really we thought you were working for Silence."
We are looking for silence, but we are not working for silence, no.
But what do you mean you're looking for him? You guys met up with him. We saw you on the roof.
You've been watching us for that long, huh?
We've been
How do you
following
know
Silence
that?
for a while now.
Huh.
Okay,
So
okay.
we were contacted by a handler named Centipede, who told us to meet us on the roof in a pigeon coop.
No, Agent Centipede's retired. The guy you met was not Agent Centipede.
Uh,
Well, son of a bitch. I thought my DG pager was like something I could trust, but all right, here we are.
apparently somebody has been misinformed.
hmm
Yeah, apparently. Do you know where we could get a hold of Silence? And he describes him as Asian guy, the guy that you met up with at the pigeon coop, to be clear.
Yeah, yeah. We have a number, and you already know our meet location, so uh,
A number. I could ask Orphan to trace that. We could see if we could get some pinging off of cell phone towers action.
I don't know if how much luck you will have. They may have been traced. They may have been faked.
Uh, did you
The
guys call him?
credentials that we were given. I don't believe we've called him since our meeting, no.
Okay. You did call him, but are you hiding that from them?
No, you're right. We did call him. Yeah, I will tell him that. Yeah, we did use it.
Well, if you called him and it went through, then we can trace that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and yeah, you guys pull up outside of a Holiday Inn and Suites. It appears that they have rented some rooms, as is standard Delta Green procedure. Agent Quicksilver, you arrive and
Yeah.
you are behind them. You
If
see the cars parked.
if I see them no longer acting like they're scared of each other, then I assume then that they've brought them to their headquarters,
Yeah.
which we would never do. It's starting to diffuse itself. So I'll wait a little bit, then I might just walk up and knock on their door.
Okay.
Yeah, so
You left me at the building. No. Yeah.
And Agent Silence contacted you via your secure number, whatever that is. All right, so yeah, you guys are all together in this building, and immediately everybody in O Cell starts talking about Agent Quixote's condition.
okay, yeah, but I'm gonna go up to Agents Quicksilver and Quince and bring them up to speed on the conversation in the van where apparently Agent Silence is not Agent Silence. So get
I
them up
thought
to speed
something
on.
was odd. I mean, we all kind of did. I suppose the question is how was Silence able to contact us all?
He, yeah, he should have lower clearance than Centipede. But
Well,
that was
unless he's
Centipede's apartment, and Centipede's lost his mind.
We assumed that you were working with him somehow, like you were part of the cell that
Well,
stole the drug.
in a way we were, but we didn't realize it. We thought we were working with C-Cell and we were trying to fix a problem. Um, we've tried to analyze this drug. What did you call it? The void?
Void.
Void. And I'll walk over to Quixote and look at his eyes and look at the missing wound on his head. And so what
He
can you
wants it.
tell us about this drug?
He wants it for the kid, I bet. And Quixote is like doing the like look at the hand, cut a little
He's kind of
like cut a scratch and see it heal.
Yeah, it
Kid.
heals immediately.
He wants it for the kid. Quince was saying he heard the hospital. This isn't doing it. It can't heal everything apparently.
we don't know
As
what
he's
it
just
is,
going
so
back and forth.
stop it.
It's very disturbing. You guys can all roll Sen. Who haven't already?
Can you tell us anything about this drug? What are the bad side effects? There's always bad
Antidotes?
side effects.
No, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
Well, I want to
You
know. I'm your doctor.
you break them out of their
Yeah.
sort of like just slack-jawed staring, and then Agent Orphan looks like he speaks up and is just like, we know that it's apparently unanalyzable by any spectral means.
Yeah, we couldn't find anything.
We know that it came from Los Angeles.
That's.
Nothing good comes out of Los Angeles.
I'm gonna
Do we
go
know-
get a
You're
thing
telling
of
me I'm from
water.
New Jersey.
About an antidote?
Yeah, there's no antidote. We don't even, it's never been tested on a human before.
Quixote
Really? I
said,
thought
like,
it was a drug that was going around.
Well, I'm sure that we don't have any information on the test. Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
then this Kundun fellow, whatever
Kunwu.
his name is, Kung Wu, he was getting us to test it. That's what he was after.
I got a critical fail on my sanity roll. The
Oh yeah.
black-eyed
Sorry.
demon cutting himself is really freaking me out.
Sorry. I was
Yeah.
accidentally typing to the wrong person. Yeah. So you just take four. Take max four. And if you
What
failed,
do
you
you
roll a
mean?
d4.
What do you mean he was trying to get us to test it? I thought he was telling us there was not enough for extra for. We asked him for
No,
additional substance, and he said no.
he was getting us to inject it into somebody.
Oh, you
That's
think
what he
that
wanted
is
us to do.
testing?
He said he wanted us to do that and then observe them.
So, but why did he send us to his own abandoned apartment? Who's the guy that we're chasing after? Who's this Josiah?
He's trying to fuck with our heads. Yeah,
Josiah. That was
Josiah
Agent.
per million.
Yeah, the
That was Agent
centipede.
Centipede.
Guys, I'm sorry. I gotta get a excuse me, and he'll like because there's what 10 people in this room. He's
Yeah,
gonna
there's a lot of
brush
people.
people to go to the bathroom, and he just starts downing a glass of water, and then you just hear the tap running again, and he starts downing another glass of water.
Yep.
Maybe someone should go with him.
Yodi, is everything okay?
Yeah. Oh, sweet. You guys got Kool-Aid jammers? Starts. Yeah, this is what you guys should do in the stakeout. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's just down in water after water. I feel fine though.
Yeah.
He looks thirsty. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe take small sips instead of big gulps.
Yeah, yeah. Good thinking. Gulp.
Agent Quilt, what are you thinking about this? Because you seem very disturbed.
Well, I've seen a lot of junkies. I know, yeah, just from hearing the language of people talking about it, that he's still just coming up, and this is going to last a very long time. Um, I'm not entirely trusting these people that we've been following. Just a lot of paranoia, and yeah, just I'd kind of been Coyote and I were getting together on stuff, and now nope, he's a liability.
Yeah, and are you thinking that he might be more than a liability?
Uh, like I'm not at the point where I think we should kill him, but maybe we should like tie him to the radiator.
Okay, yeah, you could do an alertness for me.
Oh no, 88.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah, you're pretty disturbed. You're locked in on those eyes. They just are disturbing you really bad. And you think, yeah, maybe you should. He's not acting normal. He's drinking a lot of water. This is worrying.
I mean,
I'm
I
gonna do
wasn't
it.
worried that like it might go skin to skin contact, that it might be contagious and
Mm-hmm.
spreadable.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'll
Um,
do a complete exam.
okay, so in doing a medical exam, you find that his vitals appear to be very healthy, but you do find that around his chest there is a large black outline of his solar plexus.
You took some damage here. I heard a lot of gunshots. You're all bruised up.
Yeah, that he points at the agent that shot him. Yeah, he shot me. And I was coughing up blood. It was pretty bad, but this
Oh,
is good stuff. It's really good
yeah,
stuff.
you're feeling that it's healing you. You certainly I mean, I
Yeah.
dressed your wound. It's completely disappeared.
Yeah, It's great.
We'll see if this disappears shortly. It should. Um, and I'm looking into his eyes. You can see everything clearly?
Yeah.
I'm going to use my whatever scope thing and look at his eyes and ears, and can I see a pupil?
No, it's just black.
You said it yourself, Doctor. There was nothing in the water. It was just water.
Well, it's obviously done something to you. You
Is
tell
it-
me if you feel anything odd or strange.
Will do.
And if you start growing tentacles from your tongue or anything like that, you tell me.
I'm all clean, man. I just feel really good. I mean, this would be a hell of a drug. Is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
afraid that it might have something bad, though. So,
Agent Quill, you can also do an unalertness since you're in the room.
80 over 70, so failed.
Yeah, so nothing's wrong. Nothing's
I'm
wrong.
gonna pull Quicksilver to the side and say, "Hey, this drug's problem. That's Quixote. It's gonna last for days. He at any second might see us as monsters that he has to fight. This is like meth worse. It's really, really bad. Remember when people were eating each other's faces and stuff? That's kind of same stuff."
I will say very quietly to Agent Quilt, where nobody else can hear, it's like, it would be interesting to see what would happen if I injected him with an anti-life serum.
But sure, just yeah, I'm surprised that he's still able to talk to us. I'm just saying it could be like a switch any moment.
Well, I don't know. He seems perfectly normal. We haven't seen, I mean, the eyes are weird, but I mean, I haven't seen, his behavior seems to be normal, except he's drinking water. You guys were just in he's got to have some sort of energy, which is regenerating his flesh. I would expect him to get extremely hungry, but haven't seen that yet.
Uh,
Keep an eye on him.
yeah, guys, this has been going right through me. Do you mind?
Are you urinating?
That was the intention, yes. I didn't think I'd have to spell it
Well,
out.
not to seem creepy or anything, but do you mind if I watch? I am your doctor. Is it yellow? Is it
Kinda
normal?
I'll file a report. And he's gonna go into the bathroom. He takes a glass of water. See, just a glass of water, and I'll close the door behind him. And you start to hear
Tell
the
me if
tub
it's
start to
miscolored or anything.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, pretty quickly there's the sound of the tub turning on and the water just coming out. Assuming the hotel has a tub, I should
Yeah,
say.
there's a tub. There's a tub.
So,
Um,
Orphan, with the patient out of the way, what? How long does he have?
Well, have no reports or records of human tests. We don't know anything about this, and frankly, I'm a little disturbed that your partner seems to be floating about 1 inch above the ground.
Do you mean that literally? I hadn't
Yes,
noticed.
he means that literally. You guys have not noticed because you failed all the rolls.
What's that again?
So
So he's
you were
literally,
you were told that we were rogue agents, that we were working for Silence, and you were just supposed to take us out?
I'm starting. Yes, we were told that you guys we were just told to track Silence. We saw him meet up with you guys, assumed that you were part of it, and we continued investigating you.
are you
And help
continuing to
when
investigate him? Do you know where he is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the hospital.
Oh, with his kid.
He's been going there every day.
And what's wrong with his
Okay.
kid?
His kid gunshot to the head.
He wants to heal him. That's what he wants the stuff for. But he doesn't want to just test it on his son. He wants to test it on somebody else.
So he gave us 3 samples of who knows how much he stole. And how were we supposed to find this single Vic? Like, why didn't he just do what Quicksilver said earlier and, like, inject some random stranger and watch them?
No idea.
It's a
I
lot
don't
of...
believe that it hasn't been tested. Otherwise, he wouldn't have any idea why that it would do anything. How
And
does he know?
Did Silence actually take out his entire cell?
Silence? No. Do you mean
What happened
centipede?
to S cell? No. Well, what happened to S cell?
S-cell is still operative. There's been no reports of any taking out of cells.
It was all just lies. It was lies to us.
But Silence is S cell, and you thought we were working for Silence.
Yeah.
So he's the only part of S cell that's gone awry.
I don't know.
Well, I think we should grab the guy and
All
find out
right.
what the fuck is going on.
So
Are
you
we,
guys have your own handler, right? You're talking to the real centipede?
No, Centipede is retired.
Okay, so
Okay.
whatever.
Mental health
You have a
issues.
handler.
Sure.
Contact your handler and tell him what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Yeah. And Agent Orchid steps outside and begins calling up Agent Cassowary, who is their handler. And as you guys are in there, you see some water begins to, after a while, drip out from underneath the bathroom door.
I'm going to open up the door. Is it locked?
Oh yeah, I think for fun, yeah, it definitely is.
It's a cheap hotel. I'm just going to
Yeah.
snap it.
All right, yeah. And what do you see, Agent Quixote?
Quixote's just in the bathtub, face under the tap, water just like pouring into his mouth, and you're just hearing like the gulp, gulp, gulp as he's trying to drink it down as fast as he can.
Are you blowing up? Where's the water going?
I don't know.
Yeah, he appears to be on top of the water.
Excellent. Is he swelling at all?
No.
Okay. It's just going.
It's like there was a void inside of him that was just drinking the water.
Maybe.
Guys, I think we found our first bizarre side effect, or our second side effect, weird side effect. I'm going to turn the water off. Is Void unaware of us now?
No, I mean, if you reach for the faucet, his hand just goes out and like tries to catch your hand to
Are you
stop you from
thirsty?
turning it off. And he kind of just sits up, water dribbling out of his mouth. I need more. I'm so thirsty. Okay. The pool. And yeah, knowing that it won't work, he'll start heading out amongst the agents just wetly towards the door.
All right, is
Here-
anybody going to stop him?
I'm extremely concerned at this point. I think I might, in fact, give him a shot to cure the problem.
What kind of shot?
Well, you know what kind of shot.
Oh, that kind of shot? You're going to give him that kind of shot.
Well, you know what I'll do? I'll give him the one that knocks him out, that will knock him unconscious.
Okay.
Well, here, this might help, and I'll just grab his arm and give him a shot quickly.
Is there any resistance?
No, I don't think so. As long as he's not like holding back, it's just like grab, get him.
Okay. Yeah, and you give him a shot of, I assume, like knockout drug,
Yeah.
and yeah, nothing happens. It doesn't appear to be having an effect on him.
He
Agent
just looks,
Quayle.
black eyes look at you. Thanks, that helped a lot. And we'll try and break away
It was
towards
more
the door.
water.
Is
Yeah.
he still levitating?
He is about 1 inch off of the ground.
All right.
Hey,
I'd like to
guys,
squat down and shoulder him up. See if I can get him off the ground further.
Okay.
Let's see if he
Always lifted
floats.
me up. Thank
Do
you.
a, yeah, do a fighting roll. Do a fighting unarmed combat.
Oh yeah, I got that. I rolled 50 on 50. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you shoulder him and it like elbows him. He doesn't take any damage, obviously, but he flies up into the air and then goes back down to about 1 inch.
I'll tell Quayle that it'll be like, I just gave him a shot of 6 cc's of quinophenyl barbiturate. He should be completely unconscious. Nothing.
Really?
Is
Perhaps we
Osa-
should just let him do what he's going to do.
He's gonna go
And
drink
if-
the swimming pool.
Yeah, well, and
That's something the public shouldn't see.
if he is compromised, maybe we
What
should just
time
let
is it?
him.
It's the morning.
Ugh.
If he drinks the
Come
whole
back.
pool, he will probably die. So maybe we should just let him do it.
The water was pouring into him a few minutes ago, and there was nothing. He wasn't even blowing up like a balloon. Void might actually be some sort of void.
We have to watch him closely.
Fresh water is a finite resource. We can't really just let him consume it all. But was he consuming it, or was it going through him?
I saw no evidence of him. I mean, the water wasn't yellow in the tub.
Yeah. But he was headed for the pool, so I think for now, just watch him.
I think we should restrain him and see what happens if he can't get to water.
We can try. I'm gonna
I mean,
try
I've
to
been
find.
going for the door the whole time, so I
Yeah.
don't know if Ocel is stopping me.
We all said this with a couple of glances from one
Yeah.
another.
This
Yeah.
sounds like
Okay.
a bad idea.
Yeah, this was communicated psychically.
Yeah.
Okay, so who is stopping Agent Quixote, and is Agent Quixote resisting?
Yeah. Now it's getting
Because
worse.
it's
Yeah.
getting bad.
Agent Quixote, you are compromised. We have to restrain you, and I'm going to try and pull him back.
Hey, listen.
Hopefully somebody will know I'm the weak link.
Use your brain for just a second, okay? It is not in your best interest to drink a whole swimming pool full of water.
But it feels like it is, though.
It's yeah. He'll just. I mean,
Okay.
he's
Try
not,
to
he
try
doesn't
to be
hate these
rational
guys yet.
for a moment.
Yeah, he's just gonna
Does it-
push Quicksilver.
Does
away.
it sound reasonable to drink a whole swimming pool?
I mean, with how thirsty I am, yes. You don't understand. It's just not enough. It's
Stop him.
okay. I'm okay. Stop. Wait. Don't go. No. It's okay. It's okay.
Consider for a moment it is just your brain playing tricks on you. Okay.
Agent
Stop talking
Quince,
to him and grab him.
Agent Quince, you can do a alertness.
Okay. That's a regular. 29.
Yeah, not only do you notice that the water that Agent Quixote was drinking appears to be green, but you notice that there appear to be like almost small plants forming at the bottom
In the tub?
in the tub.
Uh-huh. Great. I'm gonna bustle out to find Orchid, he wants to make the call
Yes.
in the hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and find Orchid and update Cassowary via Orchid, and I'm gonna give Quilt a significant look on the way through the hotel room.
Okay. If you update Orchid, he will relay that, and then he'll say to you, Cassowary says to deliver Agent Quixote to a cell.
Um,
They'll have someone pick him up.
yeah, and I get coordinates or something, or we just have to
Uh,
hold him
they
until
have the
ACL
address.
shows
They
up.
have our address. They have our
Right.
address. Yeah.
Okay. We will try. We'll hold him. Thanks.
Yeah, and he is right behind you.
I mean, he's coming out because he just pushed through
He
Quicksilver.
managed to push. Yeah, he managed to push
Yeah.
Quicksilver, and it appears that all of Ocel is spilling out of the thing, trying to grab him.
Yeah. Coyote, I've got an idea. You need salt. That's why you're not retaining water.
Oh,
You don't want to go to the pool. You want to get some salt. Let's get you some chips. Let's order some room service. You're gonna feel so much better. That's what's
You
going
see-
on. It
yeah,
reduced.
bring
Yeah.
those
There's
along.
a sprinkler. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
sprinkler right above you.
And Quixote just bends down and jumps and like grabs the rod and snaps that little glass thing that's in there.
Yep,
and that
it
water
starts
is not
spraying
gonna
out,
smell
yeah.
good.
Ugh.
Ah, that'll tide me over a little bit as it's pouring down.
This is going to be a real
Bring them to
tidy
the pool.
cleanup.
Bring them to the pool.
If I see the tub, I'm like, dear God, I think that it's spreading. I think whatever is inside of him and keeping him alive has gotten into his body's flora and fauna, and some of it is now growing in the tub. If he gets out into the open, if he jumps in that pool, all of the bacteria, all of the algae in that pool is going to be growing like immortality. This could be the lichen that destroys the world.
So, he's in the hallway. I assume there's some sort of klaxon going off because he broke the sprinkler. I don't know how that works.
Roll luck. Roll luck.
I'm gonna whisper to Quilt.
Is
I
it
think
my
we
luck
need
or
to
is it
burn him.
Quixote's luck?
Well, I don't think
That'd be
he's
right.
concerned.
Yeah, I rolled a 30, so we're all right.
Yeah, no sirens are going off or anything.
Okay. So he's occupied for the moment, absorbing the stagnant water from the sprinkler system.
Yep.
He's just pulled up, mouth like on the pipe.
Yeah. So A cell's on its way. They want him alive, I think. I don't know if that's a good idea, but we have to try at least to restrain him, and we should be prepared that he's unrestrainable. So let's get some. Hell, I mean, I have my go bag. I'm sure I've got some rope, but I don't know. We just need to try to, yeah, hold him in place until ACL shows up. But I think he's going to get rough.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys can do like a group strength roll with Ocel, because Agent Quixote has drank a lot of water at this point, and you can do your opposed strength roll, Quixote.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. I failed.
Do you want one of us to roll, or do you?
Yeah,
want us
whoever has
to
the
all
highest strength.
Not me, not Quicksilver.
50.
60.
60.
Do it
All right,
quill.
roll 60.
Well,
Nobody in OCell has better than 60?
Maybe they do.
We're the pussy group.
Okay, fine. We'll roll Ocel.
They're academics mostly.
We'll roll Agent Orphan. And he got a 25. Okay, so what did you get?
Strong
AGQ?
orphan.
That beats my 10. I succeeded, but not better than a 25.
Okay, so yeah, Agent, with the help of all of Ocel, you are able to drag him back into the room and onto the bed. And you're restraining him, I guess.
Oh,
I'll get you some
Dying.
chips. We just need to get you. The water that's coming out of you isn't clear.
it's not coming out of me. It needs to go in. I am so thirsty.
Yeah, as soon as you feel that you're away from the water, like it's like the lily pad is starting to die floating
Yeah.
on the surface. It's starting to shrivel up.
He's starting to just scream loudly, like, "You're killing me!" He's crying these tears that he's trying to lick up.
I love
You're
that.
killing me!
We need to gag him.
Okay, yeah, Agent Orphan puts a pillow over his face. And it's just like, what are we going to do about this guy?
This potentially could infect a large area. I don't know how we're going to stop this. I think we might have to burn him. And no, I don't care if he hears.
A cell's on its way. So that's
He points to the freezer, and you can see inside is a flamethrower.
In the freezer?
Yeah, in the
That's
coffin
where most
freezer.
people keep their. Oh, okay.
the coffin cooler.
The coffin cooler, yeah, the cooler.
Yeah, we don't want to just wait for A-cell. I'm gonna go to find a cart in the hallway and get some nasty cleaning materials and start disinfecting the bathtub before it drains into the public waterways.
Okay.
I gave him a serious shot that should have knocked him unconscious or even killed him, and it had no effect at all. I'm not sure you'll be able to kill that stuff in the thing.
I'm gonna try before I let it drain into the lake or the river.
The flamethrower might work on that.
I
Agent
would like
Whale,
to. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, any suggestions what we could use to buck up the water?
Not offhand.
Chlorine? I don't know.
You
There's
know, where
probably muriatic
chlorine.
acid down by the pool.
Chlorine would be the best bet.
You hear from under the pillow, "Yes, take me to the pool!"
Can use some household bleach if you have it.
Sure, they've got some. I will, in fact, leave the room and go looking for the cleaning cart lady.
Okay, what is Agent Quilt doing though?
I would like to call the fake centipede.
Okay.
I'll just step away and have a quiet conversation.
All right, wait, give me 1 second. Okay, wait, I don't know if is my sound working now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, you're able to call him up. And Agent Quicksilver, you get whatever bleach you need to get.
Okay.
All right, and he answers and he says, yeah, what is it?
Yes, hello, Centipede. This is Quilt. We found the target and administered the medicine.
Okay, good. Well, what's the report?
Yes. So they grew pitch black eyes like a demon and then started chugging bathwater and vomited it up as some kind of infectious plant-like growth that is truly terrifying. And it seems like a real mess here. How should we proceed?
You can hear maybe like a stifled like crying noise on the other end. And he's just like, I don't know. Just call it off.
Yes, sir. And I'll hang up and just walk back to the guys like, well, he won't be giving it to his son.
Yeah, it sounds like he won't be.
we
And
need to call a
unless,
nuclear strike.
yeah, unless you guys are doing anything else, um, yeah, ACEL will show up in a large cleaning company truck and will take away Agent Quixote. Are you guys doing anything? What are you guys doing with the bath water?
There's,
Uh,
I think Drano is gonna eat through most organic stuff, and we just top it off 50-50 with Drano to open the window real good and turn on the vent.
Yeah,
But I,
you
yeah,
try the Drano, and as you do that, you can see like these buds start to form and bloom, and when you smell them, they smell like Drano.
So it's not killing it, it's feeding it almost.
well, I mean, Acel's
growing.
here, so
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, just some guys, guys get out and take off Quixote. And unless you guys are going to do anything with the bathwater, they'll take the bathwater as well in big buckets.
We need white phosphorus to.
siphon that off into tanks and take it to wherever you put these things.
Okay. And Agent Quixote, yeah, what are you doing? If you want to
Yeah,
try to escape,
is it like a I absolutely do at this point because as soon as like we get outside the building, he smells like New York, all the scents hit him, but underneath it, there's that smell of the
you smell
river.
the pool, yeah, and the
Yeah.
river as well, yeah. Even more
Yeah, and
than
he's
that.
just gonna try and bash into the people trying to I'm assuming it's like the handcuff. Nothing to see here, nothing to see here.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Okay. Do a fighting roll. Do a fighting roll.
I'm not very good at it, but a 10 will get under my 30.
Need to
Okay,
put
so
a
yeah,
bullet in his
you
brain.
in
It's not
in
good.
a
Oh, I did
sudden
50.
yeah, in a sudden burst of violence, Agent Quixote smacks one of the people with his handcuffed arms and completely collapses his skull. And one of his eyeballs goes shooting like 20 feet, and then the other guy just looks horrified.
You should have let me drink. And yeah, just kind of bowling past him down the street.
Get the flamethrower! They all are yelling, "Get the flamethrower!"
We
What
gotta
are the
stop
rest of you
him.
doing? Are you going to try to stop him?
So we got to chase after, yeah.
Okay.
Along with A cell and O cell and a flamethrower.
Yeah,
Brain cell.
all of you guys try to stop him. So I'll just let Agent Quixote do a dex roll.
Oh, we'll see. It's a beatable dex roll. It's a 15 under 60.
Okay. Um, then I'll let one of you guys roll dex at 70, let's say, if you don't have above 70.
Oh,
Just measuring for the whole group. This is not how I expected it to go.
You should have shot me. He's screaming as he's running down the road.
Who's gonna make the roll?
You can
I'm,
make the roll,
I'm,
Agent Quail.
I don't
Or
know.
if you already did it.
I have not, but I will. 71.
Okay, well, so Agent Quixote manages at breakneck speed to get away, and you're going to the river?
Yeah, that's the
All
plan.
right,
He's on
so
foot though. He's just running. That's probably
yeah,
a good move.
yeah. Are you
Shoot
guys gonna
him!
get in the car then?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got to chase him.
Yeah,
Got to
I'll
shoot him in the
do.
head.
You can shoot him. Yeah.
So
I
we
almost
shoot him
did
in
when
the
you guys
head,
grabbed him.
then restrain him because he's going to heal, and then shoot him in the head again, and
Yeah.
then
When you shoot him in the head, you guys can manage to like fire off as many shots as you want. It appears to be having little effect.
it's the end of the world. Uh,
Start yelling for the flamethrower.
I'm gonna tell ACell that they really fucked this up and they're doing really sloppy work. I expected better of them.
Yeah, they look very nervous about this.
Well, hopefully they're calling in a strike force or something at this point. If he
Yeah, they
gets to
look
the
like
river,
they're calling someone, but it might not get here on time. So,
he gets.
Quilt, did you want to use the flamethrower?
I, I don't. I'm the one that ended up with that. Sure. Are we like side of a car?
Yeah, lean
No,
out the
you guys are
window.
like out in public. Yeah, you're
Okay,
completely
yeah.
out in the middle of the street shooting at this guy.
All right. Well, I never wanted this to happen. I'm sorry, Coyote. And yeah, I'll blast him.
If you want to, yeah, if you want to do one flamethrower roll, I'll let you roll firearms, even though it should be heavy weapons.
Wow. 1 at 7, 17.
All right, so you're able to get behind Agent Quixote and blast him with the flamethrower. He goes up in flames, and it's like almost like he has some fire repellent thing on him. But after a few seconds of consistent blasting, he withers into gas. And then there's just clothes, charred clothes, and shoes where he used to be. And like everybody and their mother is calling the police. So I assume you guys are going to get out of there.
We got to sweep up the ashes and burn them again, and then burn them
Disperse
again.
and disperse the vapor. Christ's sakes.
And I think that's where we'll end it, as Agent Quixote's charred remains lie on the street.
If I just had a donkey, I could have hopped on that.
Exactly. Ridden it away.
Oh no, his remains remain on the street, slowly growing back to normal. And
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe,
Does
maybe.
a wind picks up and blows it across all the people?
we have 50 more of them all of a sudden. Oh Jesus!
All right. All right.
Pretty good world-ending scenario, though.
Yeah, I did not expect you guys at all to one of you to take it yourselves. I tried to prepare for all of the alternatives, but I did not expect you guys to take it.
That was an interesting choice.
Yeah.
So tell us about the story. Tell us what.
Yeah,
think.
you basically got it towards the end. Basically, Agent Silence was Kunwu. Agent Centipede was Josiah. His son, Agent Silence's son, so Kunwu's son, had found his gun and accidentally shot himself in the head because he was like young, and had gone into a coma. So in order to heal his son, he wanted to try to use the Void drug, which he had heard had healing properties, on the street, but there was just no human tests. So you got it, Quicksilver. Towards the end, he was trying to test it on someone to see if it would be good or if it would like kill him. So he chose his friend, Agent Centipede, who he knew was schizophrenic, and he basically thought like it wouldn't be much of a, fair or not. He thought, it wouldn't be as much of a loss or as immoral to test it on him to put him out of his misery, so to speak.
Or heal him.
Yeah, or heal him, right? So that was basically it. So he switched identities with Agent Centipede, found all your contact information in his apartment, and if you guys had searched more, you would have found that his apartment had already been searched. And then, yeah, he called you guys up to do his dirty work for him.
You guys have 2 more doses of that stuff. It's real good.
Yeah, and his son is dead now because you guys didn't administer the drug to him.
Well, and hopefully they catch him and put a bullet in his head too.
Yeah. And Agent, the O-Cell were tracking the shipment that they suspected was stolen. And they found that, yeah, it was indeed stolen by Agent Silence.
Cool. Our players included Nathan Decker, Kaylin McDowell, Stefan Amshi, David Gasway, and myself, with Max Meltzer as the game handler. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows, and leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Delta Green role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good gaming.